Hey, it's Nintenbros.
Hi!
What's going on, Nintenbros podcast listeners, and welcome back to yet another episode of Nintenbros. Today's episode is one of my favorites because it is the in-depth game review, and we are reviewing Pokémon Legends of Arceus. And I was super excited to get into this game because obviously it's Pokemon, it's taking it a new way than ever before, and without further ado, let's just get right into opening thoughts.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess I'll go first because
Yes,
I know
sir.
you take it like more statistically a little bit and stuff like that. Here we go. Pokemon Legends Arceus takes the usual Pokemon formula and throws it out the window for a super cool new experience. Most of the gameplay and story is exciting and fun, but you will find yourself confused at the story and eventually exhausted of the gameplay. This game is super well crafted and done, but it's not without flaws. Now, this is just my opinion.
Okay, no, that's a great opening thoughts. Mine obviously go differently. Pokemon Legends of Arceus was developed by Game Freak and was published by Nintendo on January 28th, 2022. So, I think this is like the most recent game we've ever done. Because usually we do
Probably.
in-depth game reviews and they're like of Game Boy Advance games or Wii games or something far in the past. It followed the release of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl just a few months earlier. This new quote-unquote spin-off installment ditches the traditional way of Pokemon games and has players running around an open world catching and surveying Pokemon in their natural habitat. It is highly emphasized throughout the beginning of the game and previews that Pokemon can be very dangerous. And I think it lives up to that
Yeah,
because
that's true.
I don't know about you, but I did actually black out a couple times, especially in the beginning. Like once I kind of understood the limits of your guy, I was like, okay, this is pretty easy to navigate the Pokemon world. But the beginning, believe it or not, the first area where the Pokemon are the weakest, I died the most.
I think I blacked out like one time by falling into the lake.
Oh yeah, no, that happened.
I thought
too.
my guy would just know how to swim, but apparently not.
No, you go in a lake or water that's like more than a foot deep, and your guy drowns. I don't
Yeah.
know how, it just happens.
But then he gets like one more shot. It's like, here, we'll save you once. I know
Yes.
that's kind of weird.
Yes. So that's our opening thoughts. Let's talk about the story and how it progresses. Homie Lo, what did you put down?
This is kind of a lot.
All right.
This is kind of a lot. I have a long thing because, well, I looked up the story because I was like, usually I just do it from my memory, but I looked it up because I wanted to get this good because it's kind of confusing a little bit.
Now, actually, before you begin, what was your grasp of the story before you looked it up? Like, what did you understand about it?
Well, you fell out of like a sky time rift. Mm-hmm. You went and you were a part of Jubilife Village in the Galaxy Survey Team Corps. Mm-hmm. And you had to quell the 5 frenzied Pokemon. Mm-hmm. And then after that, you got kicked out of the village because the sky rift was still there.
Yeah, and it actually like ended up expanding a ton after you quelled all 5 of the lords.
Yeah.
And like the color changed and everyone went into a panic and they just thought that the person who fell from the sky was the one to blame. So
Yeah, and the commander made a tough decision to kick you out, and then you went to like some old lady's house, which like you really didn't need to be at for that long. It was kind of filler, it felt like a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then you explored the 3 lakes, which were pretty easy because it was just one Pokemon. You beat them. You answered a few questions. You got the parts to make a red chain, which apparently ties the world together. You go up to some temple. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's a temple. And you capture it depends on who you explored the lakes with, either Adamant of the Diamond Tribe or League or whatever it's called, or Irida of the Pearl Clan. It depends on who you explored with. That's the Pokemon you'll catch first, either Dialga or Palkia. And you catch them, and then the other one comes out, and you're like, here, we'll use Dialga to capture Palkia. And then they're like, actually, we're going to run. And like, it's getting a little deeper than the story right now, but it was kind of confusing. We'll get into it. Anyways, and then you run, you make the origin ball. The worst villains in like history show up.
oh, what are they? Like the Charm sisters or whatever?
Yeah, they were terrible.
They kind of sucked.
They were like worse than Team Yell, honestly. It was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then, you create like this origin ball with the help of some warden from the Pearl Clan, I think, and then you go back up there, you capture the other one, and everyone loves you again because you fixed the Sky Time Rift.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I'll let you talk now because that's basically what I have. It's just more drawn out.
Well, honestly, I'll be real. That's basically what I put down for the storyline because I didn't get too in depth. I wasn't even able to follow like everyone's names and like what clan they were from and what a noble was versus like the person who was like in charge of the Lord Pokemon. What are they called? The nobles?
Wardens.
Wardens.
And the nobles are the Pokemon that are there, I think.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, there's some more that I can go through.
Yeah. How about you just go through
So, according to Bulbapedia, right, this is something you may not know. The player is transported back in time to the Hisui region by Arceus, apparently.
Okay, so this
It's done by him.
Mm-hmm. So that's probably why you have the Arceus phone, right?
Yeah, the Arc phone, and the Arc phone's given out to you, and then you see the task, seek all Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then, you do a tutorial, you get there, blah, blah, blah. And then you're a Galaxy Survey Team Corps, and that's how you go through everything. You quell the 5 Pokemon, and then everything I just said.
Correct.
Basically, it was just a longer version.
Yeah. So the story can get a little convoluted and a little like cloudy in some areas, especially if you're going through it for the first time and you're not really like researching or listening to the storyline. It did get a little wordy and there was a lot of people just introduced all at once. So I was a little confused at times, but
yeah,
you do get through it. And after everything's all said and done, I think it does tie it all together pretty nicely.
Yeah, it
like,
does.
It does make sense. There are some games we played through where like that story just did not make sense. Like Zelda. I mean, great game, but the story just didn't really end up making sense, especially if you have no other like back experience of other games. So
also Super Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, a little confusing how you end up in a literal space.
Yeah, so I do feel like this was a middle ground where it was like a complicated story, but one that if you paid attention you would understand good enough.
Yeah, I mean I think I got a good hold of it throughout the whole thing, so
nice.
It's pretty good.
All right, so that brings us on to our important characters. So, starting off, we have Commander Camaldo. I don't know how to say his name.
It's probably Camaldo.
Camaldo. He was the highest level of power in the Galaxy Guild.
Facts. That's true.
Yep, he's like the last boss you have to take on, too. The final gym leader, so to say, before the actual Pokemon.
Yeah. And he did it pretty respectfully. He was like, whoever wins, that's who will make the decision. Yeah. It's kind of awesome.
And then once you defeated him, didn't he go down on his knees and he was like, I accept defeat?
Yeah, that was a little weird. Anyways, the next important character we got is Professor Lavinton. He was the guy who often guided you in the right direction, as well as the guy who viewed the Pokemon you caught at the end of a mission or survey and gave you the experience and filled out your Pokedex and stuff for you. I don't know how, because he was also a Survey Corps member, apparently, in the story. So if we're following it right, you should also be able to do that for yourself, but I guess not.
Professor Lavinton. He also grants you your first Pokemon, I'm pretty sure, right?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Because he sees you on the beach, and then he's like, oh, my 3 Pokemon just left me, and then you go capture them, and then he's like, oh, here, pick one.
Yeah.
So that's cool. He's a goofy-looking guy, but he
kind of is, yeah.
Next one is Captain Cylene. She issued the details of your mission, as well as checks the progress of your Pokédex and grants you stars as you earn them. And stars kind of take the place of gym badges. They give you access to different regions, and they also give you the ability to have Pokemon listen to you up to a certain amount of levels.
Yeah, and it was very interesting because we're getting into this later, obviously, but the 5th star that was granted, it always went by 10s, but the 5th star, it let you get 65 because it knew that you were going to capture either Dialga or Palkia before you beat the whole game.
Right.
And they were level 65.
Right. Very cool.
So that was kind of interesting. But anyways, the next person I got is Adamant. He was the leader of the Diamond Clan, and he travels with you if you pick him near the end of Lake of Trials. Besides that, he's just there throughout the game, like intervening with everything. So.
Right. Next one is the leader of the Pearl Clan. Her name is Orida, something like that. Maybe the French fries Orida. I don't know. And she travels with you if you pick her, and I actually picked her, so I got Palkia, and I versed Dialga at the end because I kind of figured you would pick Dialga and the Diamond Clan because they're cooler. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do Palkia.
Yeah, they are cooler. See, I was like, do I go with the homie or do I go with the girl? Because I was like, it's kind of awesome, like boy and girl doing it together, but it's also awesome. It's like, the guys.
Just the bros.
The bros doing it. So yeah. I picked him, even though he was like literally no help whatsoever.
Yeah, they don't help. All right. Any others? Because I got 2 more characters.
So I'll go to Benny,
Benny. Who's Benny? Is he Potato Machi guy?
Yeah, he is. After being the guy that made you Potato Mochi or Machi the whole game. Benny challenges you in some of the darkest dialogue throughout the whole entire game. He wants to stop you from reaching Commander Camaldo, or whatever his name is, atop the temple and switches into a ninja outfit. Now, when I mean the darkest dialogue, I mean it. We were talking about this a little bit before, and he literally says, he's like, I want to end you this time. It's like crazy. Like, even Commander Camaldo didn't say that before. He was just like, you're expelled from this village. Be lucky I'm not taking you out in chains. You know, and that's dark. Like, you're going to be put in jail after you quelled 5 noble Pokemon.
Unfair, I think,
But still, Benny is literally like, he makes you dinner the whole game, then he ends up in some random cave before the commander and says he wants to end you. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is wild. I do like Benny, though. So, the last 2 characters I have are Rey and Akara, or Akari, something like that. So, Rey is the male character, and for me, it was the one I chose. It's just the male protagonist of the story. And then countered to that is Akira, something like that. The position of your rival, quote-unquote, who would be in a traditional Pokemon game. You go throughout the game and verse her here and there, and she is also performing research at the Galaxy Guild, as well as helping Professor Lavinton. So,
yeah. So there's plenty of other characters and wardens and nobles to talk about, but for the sake of time, it would make a ridiculously long podcast. So you can use Bulbapedia or Game8.co to see the full character list for all the clans and extras.
That's that. Moving right along, let's get into our favorite part and then / things that we like. So, my favorite part was when you quelled all the frenzied nobles, and instead of things getting better, you actually just woke up and the sky went funky. I love how the player actually got kicked out of the Galaxy team, and you had to find a place to live. I don't like how you found the place to live. It just seemed kind of bizarre and like kind of handed to you.
Yeah.
If you were more of a nomad for a little bit, and then you had to come across an area like that, it would feel more natural. Instead, some random person, not random person, but like kind of random person was like, oh, hey, follow me, and then you just followed her and found a place to live. It kind of gives me vibes of Mystery Dungeon when your Pokemon becomes a fugitive, and that's in Pokemon Red and Blue Rescue Team, so I don't know if you really know that reference, but...
Yeah, you know, that review will be out in 2023, September, so...
Yeah, when we do another Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah.
In that game, you just become a fugitive, and the Pokemon in the town just kick you out, and I just liked it because it gave off similar vibes, and I love that game, so...
Yeah, for sure. When any game does something like that, it's fantastic. It's just
fun.
A fantastic addition.
Yep, so that was my favorite part. Do you have your favorite part?
Well, I don't have... Well, that would probably be my favorite part if I had to pick one, too. I just listed things I like, so...
Excellent. Let's go with things that we like, then.
All right, so this is, like, the main thing I liked, basically, right? So, basically, throughout the first 4 regions, the new concept in Way to Catch Pokemon was super fun and awesome. I was having a great time with it. I thought it was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I liked how it was open world. Like you said, you have different regions and you explore all the regions at your own pace. And there are just so many side quests. Like if you don't have a time check for this game, like if you don't have to get it done by a certain date, like you could spend so much time just doing side quests and leveling up your Pokemon.
For sure, that's what I said too. I said the side quests were perfect in my opinion. True side missions that aren't too hard and have worthwhile rewards.
Excellent. What else you got?
The different Pokemon to catch for even an open world game was very nice, and you had many options on how to make your squad. Now, it obviously wasn't like every single Pokemon in existence, but it was a lot for an open world game.
Oh, yeah, and I do like how the Pokemon you were able to catch actually kind of changed throughout the daytime and the nighttime. So you go into a region, you find Ghastlies if it's like nighttime, and then if it's daytime... I don't really remember what Pokemon you'd find, but it wouldn't be Ghastly. It wouldn't be Ghastly or Haunter. And it was cool. I liked that. Something else I really liked was the battling system and actually having strong and agile moves and being able to see, like, okay, if I use a strong move, I'm going to lose my next turn and they're going to take 2 turns. It actually, especially in the ends, because my Pokemon were so under-leveled, like I think I barely crossed 50. My Pokemon were so underleveled that the strong and agile moves just came in super clutch because this game kind of allows the underleveled Pokemon to still do damage to the higher leveled ones. And I really like that because it made it seem more of a challenge and like I was never completely just in the mud, just, oh, you have to go level up your Pokemon, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So, definitely a great addition. I do like that.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. I definitely like the strong and agile moves, but I don't know how I feel about, like, a level 48 being able to annihilate a level 65 if it has a super effective.
I mean, as long as it's not annihilating like one hit KO, and there's still some sort of strategy in there, like if you use a strong move, it might do like half or something. I feel like that's okay. I feel like it is okay. It's different than what we're used to, because usually in Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Red, if you're even just a couple levels under, if you're 59 versus a 65, the 65 is going to whoop you every single time.
Every single time. Yeah.
So personally, I've played a ton of Pokemon. It was a nice change of pace.
All right, let me rattle off a few here. So I got the hub world of everything in Jubilife Village was pretty good. You know, you had like your pastures, your farms, everything like that. It was pretty cool.
Did you ever end up farming?
I tried to once, and then I went back to get what I planted, and I couldn't find out how to do it. So I was like, you know what? I don't really need it anyway. I can just buy Pokeballs. So
yeah, I had no idea how to farm.
All right, the next thing I got is I love the story for a couple of the frenzied Pokemon, especially the Arcanine arc.
Oh yeah,
is fantastically done.
Oh yeah,
if they
little
did that
dog,
for
big dog.
Yeah, if they did that for like all of the stories of the frenzied Pokemon, this game would easily be a 10 out of 10 for me. Nothing else would have mattered. The Arcanine was so good.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. All right, so no separate battle screen. I liked how when you just like were in a battle, it didn't take you like. You know, in normal Pokemon games, it would just circle out and then become black, and then you open up in a brand new battle screen. And
yeah.
Like, there was nothing like that. It was kind of just, like, on screen of what you were already doing, and it was cool. I liked that a lot.
For sure.
I also really appreciated how the travel Pokemon and how easy and fun traveling was. So you would get, like, the fish, and then going in the water was super cool.
Well, that was super awesome. And then how you could go up in the air and it'd, like, be in slow motion.
Yes, I love the travel Pokemon a lot. And it made just traveling a lot easier and a lot less, like, tedious. So
for sure. All right, my last few here is there was a few times where you could do, like, a choose-your-own-path type of thing. I know maybe it was more than just the Pearl Clan or Diamond Clan at the end. But, you know, besides that even, there was, like, you know, you could pick your dialogue, and I'm sure everything would have happened the same in the story, but, like, the dialogue's a bit different. Mm-hmm. So that's still cool that was added in there. And the final thing that I got is, you know, the part of getting kicked out again of the Galaxy Survey Corps was really cool, and everything about it was really awesome. The music, the feeling, everything about the last part of the game was amazing.
Yes, it definitely kind of boosted itself back up, because I don't know if we talked about it yet, but I know we did prior to the podcast. Like, it was getting stale when you got into the 4th region and the 5th region. It was just the same thing over and over. And then to throw in getting kicked out and something completely new, totally on board with it, totally liked it.
For sure.
A couple more things I liked was the trainer battles actually got challenging. I had a hard time towards the end beating the guys. It could have just been because my Pokemon were extremely under-leveled, but a lot of times you can just keep plowing through all the trainers in a lot of the Pokemon games, and it felt nice to be challenged.
Yeah, I mean, it was never really a problem. Obviously, some of my Pokemon got beat, but since I had, like, potions, revives, super effective moves, it was never really, like, a problem.
Yeah, I got down to, like, nail biters, where it was just one Pokemon on one Pokemon. I don't love using revives. I use potions, but, like, if my Pokemon dies, I kind of just let it, you know, like, it is what it is.
Oh, you don't use revives?
No, I don't really like doing that, but potions, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, it's in the game, so you can obviously use it, but it just makes it more, I don't know, exciting, like adrenaline filled for it. I also liked how leveling up, especially at the beginning, felt very quick and not cumbersome at all. You know how in some...
For sure, yes.
Some games, like, it takes 20 minutes, 30 minutes to train your level 2 Paris up to, like, level 10, so he's actually usable for the next gym leader or whatever. Yes. Like, this game, it just very quick, and I liked it a lot. I also liked how easy the trading system was. We did end up trading a couple Pokemon, and it was just simple. We were able to do it. And
it was fine.
Yeah. I liked how evolving looked, because a lot of the time evolving in Pokemon games are just kind of boring and you just watch the same thing. But I mean, granted, it was the same animation. It just looked epic.
Yeah, I thought it looked okay. I thought it was all right.
All right. I also liked how easy access to all moves learned for each Pokemon. I don't know if you're able to dive into this.
Oh, yeah. I didn't explore it much, but I know it was super easy.
Yeah, so your Pokemon just always learned moves, and then you could go into this separate screen where you take a move that your Pokemon learned at level 40, and you could just replace one that it already knew, or you could just double back and just replace that move again. Yeah. It was very nice, and I think every future Pokemon game should implement that. And then I also liked how there was fast travel because
Oh yeah, that was
because
nice.
all the blue base camps you could fast travel in one region from here to here, and that's really nice. Granted, there was like fast travel Pokemon kind of like Weirdo
Yeah.
or Wydor or something like
Why
that.
deer? Right? I don't even know. It's like WYR deer, so it's really hard to say.
Yeah,
Wire deer.
yeah. So you have that homie to make you run faster. You have the fly Pokemon, but you even had just like instant fast travel, which I liked a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like they could have benefited of like more side mission camp type things. That would have
Yeah.
been nice.
Yeah, but that rounds off everything I liked about it. Let's move on to some things that we think can be improved that we didn't really
Yeah,
like.
for sure. I got some here.
All right,
sure.
rattle them off.
So, while I love the new take on how to catch Pokemon and all that, it felt very dull towards the end of the game. The lack of main mission variety, as in, like, it's the main missions towards the end were to point A to point B. It wasn't point A, take a detour, do this, do that. It was go quell the frenzied Pokemon. You start here, they're over there.
Correct. Yes, I do agree with that. And I do, before we just knock Pokemon Legends of Arceus completely for that, because that is something it could improve. Before we knock it down too far, let's take into account how all the other Pokemon games are. All the other Pokemon games, you go from the 6th gym to the 7th gym to the 8th gym to the Pokemon League, and it's pretty just linear. Granted,
I guess that's a fair point.
Granted, you might run into Team Yell or Team Aqua or Team Magma, whoever the main villain is for that. But Pokemon games have always kind of been linear. And I mean, it is something it can improve on, and definitely something that, like, if there's a Legends of Arceus 2, it should think about. I don't think it should absolutely kill the game.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good point, and that's where I'm going to roll into my next point with. Because Pokemon games, just like you just said, Pokemon games aren't known for this, so it doesn't affect my rating, but obviously important to throw in. The graphics in this game aren't anything amazing, in my opinion. There's still some very nice scenery while flying or using any other Pokemon for that matter, but graphics do not, like, excel.
Yeah, they're just there. We already talked about it, but story became kind of predictable. Another thing is making it so you had to be star rank 3 or 4 or 5 to progress. It was a nice and new system, but it felt tedious to me to have that be a reason you couldn't advance the story. And I know you didn't really run into it, but I didn't really love just running around and catching Pokemon for hours. I was more story driven, and when I was just blocked by a star rank because I didn't run around and catch Pokemon for a couple hours, it felt annoying to me.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's why I didn't run into it. I did, in the beginning, love to just run around catching Pokemon. Like, I would go on and I would complete the main mission, and then I'd just go back out and try and level up a bunch and catch more Pokemon and level up my star rank. Mm-hmm. But, like I said, towards the end, I got annoyed with that.
It gets tedious.
All right, my next point was the music got pretty stale most of the time. Hearing the same thing in Jubilife Village, scouting Pokemon, being in tall grass all the time was just boring. There wasn't really a variety of music until like the end, where it was like literally the world's ending and stuff.
I'm glad you caught that because I didn't mention anything about music. But another thing I got is it felt like a really slow start, and I feel like this is becoming a theme with some games. Because Super Mystery Dungeon, that just felt like a slow start to me. But this one, I just felt like everyone just kept talking and
That's
talking.
true.
Especially in the beginning. The story kind of picks up pace, and once you get your first Pokemon quelled and whatnot, it kind of takes off and lets you go a little bit faster as long as you do all the surveying and stuff. Yeah. But your first star, like getting that first Pokemon quelled, dude, the amount of dialogue I had to go through, the amount of unnecessary dialogue I had to go through. Kind of cumbersome, kind of annoying, but it just is what it is.
All right, my next one is, this kind of goes along with just the gameplay, but also the story got very stale. The Arcanine storyline was beautifully done and acted out, but then it's just became quell this frenzied Pokemon, and then your main mission was just to do it. Mm-hmm. So I think it was wasted potential, because if they made great stories for all 5 of those frenzied Pokemon, it would be great. And I was telling you before, I didn't mention this specifically, but the first region and first frenzied Pokemon, it kind of felt like, this is how you beat this region.
Yeah, like, it felt novel, like brand new. Like, this is exclusive to that one region. It's going to be different next time.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like this is we're just going to do this one time. Like, this is how this region's going to get done, and then you're going to explore something new next time. Because I thought, with the new aspect of how you catch Pokemon, we're going to have something like a new boss, quote unquote, every region. And then you go into the next one and it's kind of just there again. So that was a little disappointing. I had down that it was wasted potential in my opinion. So
yeah, because if it can do it one time with the Arcanine arc, like you can do it multiple times. It might take longer for the game to develop, but like you can do it multiple times and make great stories for each of the 5 regions. They kind of chose not to, and I agree, wasted potential. The last thing I got on things I didn't like was, you knew this one was coming. The players were just annoying, some of them. Charm, Clover, and Coin, the sisters.
Oh, yeah.
They just plain straight up annoyed me. I didn't like them. Whenever they came on, I was like, how do I get them off my screen faster? And then Warden Melly, I think she was the last one where she was like playing like hide and seek or tag, and you had to go find her, and then she gave you the bird. She was annoying. Didn't like her.
Oh, that wasn't Warden Melly. That was some other Warden.
Oh.
Warden Melly was also really annoying, though. But to expand off the charm and those like girls, it was like you could have made a way better villain.
Yeah, I don't know what Pokemon's been doing in the recent years. Team Yell, the Charm Girls. Like, come on, Pokemon.
Like, please, Scarlet and Violet, just go back to like Team Rocket. Honestly, like that's perfect.
Yeah.
It's like a couple that's grown. You know, like I'm not intimidated by like little girls coming up to me and being like, we're gonna take you over. Like, we literally have Adamant there, leader of the Diamond Clan. We have leader of the Pearl Clan there. We have a Warden there. We have me there, who's just quelled 5 frenzied Pokemon, and they come in with their 2 level 61 and 62s and tell me they're gonna take over the whole world. You're not intimidating. You're just boring. It's just filler. It's not good.
I agree.
So while some were effective multiple times, like Widrear and the flying bird Pokemon, which looks kind of odd, honestly. A few Pokemon you could ride, like the guy who can sniff stuff out, was barely ever used in the main story more than once, and was kind of more wasted potential.
I agree. I don't know what the second guy was, honestly.
It was like the guy that could like sniff stuff out and just move slower than Widrear.
Yeah, Widrear was cool. The fish was cool. And the one climbing up mountains, I think it was Sneasel. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And then, I liked most of them except that one.
Yeah. I mean, Sneasel was pretty awesome.
Dude, climbing up mountains, no problem.
And then you were in the back with like your eyes looking out.
Yeah,
that was kind of cool.
One. I like that one.
Okay. So it's just mainly the hate on whatever guy sniffing stuff out. Sorry, man.
All right, so now, before we rate the game, we're going to talk about replayability and post-game content. The replayability for this game is enormous. You have the opportunity to strive for a completed Pokédex, as well as complete all the research tasks for each Pokemon. You can also train whichever Pokemon you fancy the most up really high. You can complete all the side quests or help find lost satchels to earn merit points for special items. You can also continue to push the story after the credits have rolled because the story doesn't end after you defeat Dialga or Palkia. There are 8 more missions to embark on afterwards, so it's there. The content's there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. That was pretty good. That's basically what I have.
All right.
They don't need to hear it again.
Then moving on, let's talk about our rating. What did you rate this, and then explain?
All right, so I gave it an 8.5.
That's a fair rating.
So it wouldn't feel right to give this game an 8, but I also think 9 is stepping too far. The key of what's missing is simply missed potential. There's an easy guide to fixing this game. 1. Spend more time on each frenzied Pokemon story and main missions to beat it. Most of the fun from catching Pokemon was when you needed to catch a Pokemon for the main mission, so you were out there doing it anyways. For example, I think you had to get the Dusclops to make the Arcanine.
Yeah, dude, that was
the Arcanine
that was cool.
bombs. Like that was cool. You were there. You were in the dark. Pokemon were surrounding you. You had to find a way to get a Dusclops. That was really cool, and that's how they did that super well. And just even my first point, like I said, the frenzied Pokemon story, Arcanine. Just base it all off that one storyline. That was great. 2, ramp up the music and times other things are used. I used Widrear and the bird a good amount, but the other guys were basically a one and done. I'm sure for someone looking for more content, they are more useful, but they were dull for a casual player. Items were also basically useless unless you were making potions/revives or Pokeballs. This game is still super amazing and awesome, one of my favorites of all times. I didn't hate the frenzied Pokemon fights. It was what led up to them that just made them okay. It may sound like a lot of hate, but I enjoyed almost every single second I played of this game. The new way to catch Pokemon is a step in the right direction, and I still want to play and finish the extra story. For someone who's played Pokemon for a long time, this was a super cool entry to see.
Nice. I feel like I can agree with you on all the parts that you made. All the points.
All right.
your boy. I'm going to give this game a 9 out of 10. So just a little better in my opinion than an 8.5.
Yeah.
So Pokemon Legends of Arceus, super solid game. Definitely one of my favorite Pokemon games we have reviewed, as well as one of my favorite Pokemon games in general. It delivers the formula switch up we all knew Pokemon needed, as well as keep it traditional enough to really still feel like a Pokemon game. There were many great moments to make memories throughout. I love the potato maki dinner theme throughout the whole game. You know how like in Dungeon, there's like, okay, you're done with the day's task. We're going to go sniff, sniff, crunch, crunch, snuffle, slurp.
Yeah.
It kind of gave off that vibe. So I like how there was potato maki at the end of each mission.
I mean, I didn't...
It felt wholesome. It felt like I was really part of the guild. It just made it feel like family.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, because it was always like extra content. Like, no one needed to see that. No one needed that. You know, it was just extra. But, you know, notice how there's not any hate on here for it. Because it was fine.
Right. I loved how at the end of the story you faced off against the chef because he was the one step under the trainer to the commander, and I love the Pokemon battles at the end and their intensity. I had to use quite a bit more strategy than usual Pokemon games with the addition of agile and strong moves. Many battles came down to one last hit, and I loved the nail-biter showdowns. The only downside I can find with this game is the simple, you need this many stars to progress the storyline angle. It felt superficial because this game allowed you to do everything, literally everything, at your own pace besides progress through the story. I also had a hard time really enjoying all the characters throughout the story I encountered. While this game made me smile the whole way playing through, it falls shy of the last half point because of a near-perfect game has to have a near-perfect cast, which Legends of Arceus ultimately does not, and that may be its only downfall. So that's what I got.
Yeah. I mean, you said half point and you gave it a 9. So it'd be a full point. But
oh, yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying.
You're right. Call me out on that.
Here
that's
we are.
my bad.
It's all right. But all right. I mean, 8.5. I think it's a perfect rating.
Yes, I think right in that range, Legend of Arceus, good. But that wraps up our in-depth game review. If you guys have a rating that you want to let us know, just share it on the socials. But now we're going to...
I mean, I just want to mention one thing. The only game that has received a 10 on here was only one rating from me, which was Stardew Valley. We're doing Paper Mario Origami King next month. Let us know if you think that'll get it. I don't think so.
I'm thinking it's gonna be like a 5 or a 6.
Yeah, so just we'll see when the next 10 is. I just want to put it out there that we've done a ton of games. Go check out the other games we've reviewed. Only one has gotten a 10 from one person.
Yeah, these are like my favorite weekly episodes. The in-depth game review.
Yeah, for sure, because it's just so like personal.
Yeah, but that wraps that up. Let's head over to what's new and what we've been playing. Okie dokie, here we are over in the what's new and what we've been playing section. Homie Low, I know you're a big money baller nowadays with your extra side cash, and you're working now and it's summer vacay. Like, you just keep rolling in the green. What new stuff have you gotten?
You say that like you could, if you talk like that all the time, you could be a host of a TV show. Like that, it comes out so fluently every time. Anyways, I was on Whatnot. I did get good deals on every single one of these things I'm about to say.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. New stuff every week.
Dude, maybe not next week. I'm going to save up $1,000 by Black Friday to get a gaming PC.
Oh, dude, right? That's still months away.
Yeah.
Still months away.
But we need to save up for it.
Okay, keep going.
Big check this week, though, so maybe you'll see it next week. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyways, what's new? Yoshi Topsy Turvy. I didn't know this was a game until I got it. But I was like, hey, it's Yoshi. I got it like half off on Whatnot. It was like, this is a great deal. So, super cool. I got some filler Wii games, but also I got Rabbids Go Home, which is like a $10 game, but I thought it was cool because I was like, maybe it'll go up a little bit in value because of the new Mario and Rabbids game that's coming out. Maybe not, but I thought it was cool to have because I like that anyway. It's like, the Mario and Rabbids game. It's just like it's like in the main line of games for just the Rabbids side.
Is it a Switch or is it a Wii? Or...
It's a Wii game.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so pretty cool, another kind of like, not higher up Wii game, but a more noticeable one.
Yeah.
And I got this game. Jake, could you pronounce this one for me, like right here?
Ocarina of Time, N64. What's that?
I got that too. I thought it was a good price, so I picked that one up.
What kind of game is that? From what series?
I couldn't tell you, honestly.
Oh, I think we did an in-depth game review. Do you remember that one?
No.
Oh.
And then I got a Turok for the N64 as well, so I thought that was kind of cool. I know you have like Turok 2, I think.
I do, and
Complete in box?
I actually tried playing it, and it's really hard. I'm not
Yeah.
used to the Nintendo 64 controller, so the camera angles are hard. Using all the buttons in a different way. That's like A's not jump. I think R's jump. It's confusing
It's
to my
weird,
hands.
yeah.
So
But, I got that because I was like, well, let's get a different kind of title on the N64.
Yeah.
Some extra stuff to have. I thought it was pretty cool, so.
for sure. So, what did your boy get that's new? Well, actually, I did get something new. I'm kind of big money this week.
Big money baller.
Yes, sir. I got a second Switch dock coming through. I really just wanted to be able
Nice.
to keep one in the living room, and then just wanted to be able to keep one in my room.
For
Just
sure.
for like the ease of convenience of being able to put the Switch on the TV in the living room if I want to play like Origami King in my nice AC living room, and then like when it gets close to bedtime, move it to my bedroom.
Yeah, for sure. When I get like my gaming PC and I might like live stream Switch content, this might be really nice or else I'm gonna have to switch back and forth from my TV to my setup.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm super hyped about that. It was like $50, and I think it was a good deal. I got the Switch dock itself, and then the AC adapter. So I just need an extra HDMI, and it'll be all set.
Oh yeah, HDMI's are fine. So
Yeah,
that's
so
nice.
That's all that I got for new stuff. What have you been playing this week?
So obviously, Pokemon Legends Arceus,
Okay.
because I beat the game.
Oh, you did this time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
You saw it, right?
Yeah, no, I got the credits. That's good.
Yeah. So I sent that over.
Proof.
Yeah, like proof. I'm like, I don't know actually. And I also been playing Fall Guys. I played Fall Guys with you.
Yeah, we've been playing a lot.
You're pretty trash. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude.
I'm joking. And I also was playing Pokemon Go. Funny story. I was actually at my job, and we close at around 8:00, and it was like 6, and we literally had like nothing to do. So we both went in the back and played Pokemon Go for like an hour.
Dude, that's pretty lit.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that's like memories.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I just play that every once in a while when I like need some time killer, I guess. But I'm trying to get less of killing time and more of doing actual stuff, because I did actually upload a video on a Ship this week.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when I come back from work tonight, I'm gonna try and work on another one.
Dude, I'm proud of you. That's dedication.
Yeah, and I also got a lot of other stuff going. Maybe we'll touch on it in closing coins. Anyway, I'll let you go.
What have I been playing? Well, your boy went on vacation this week, so I haven't really been playing a ton of games.
Yeah,
but in the filler times when I'm trying to kill time and not be productive, I've been playing Pokemon Sapphire, and I got to the 8th gym in that one, so I'm almost done with Pokemon Sapphire. So honestly, I probably won't finish it because that's usually how it goes.
Dude, you are always like playing it like every 3 months. I feel like you're playing a new like Pokemon game.
Yeah, I just like it. They're just fun. They're just like staples. It's my childhood.
Yeah, I know. That's fine.
And then a lot of Fall Guys. I've been playing a lot of solo and duos with you, and you're trash sometimes. Other times you're not trash, though.
Dude, listen. I was trying to think of a course that was hard, but I can't.
The Whirligig. That one's mad easy. The Whirligig?
That one's easy, yeah.
Yeah. What's the one? Oh, the Seesaw one.
And the volleyball one?
Oh, dude, don't get me started
so
on
difficult. We were playing yesterday, and I asked you, I was like, what's so hard about this? It's just volleyball. I started, game's rigged.
Don't play volleyball.
No volleyball. It's terrible.
Just end your show if you get volleyball. It's
For
fine.
real, it's trash. It's garbage.
Okie dokie, but that wraps that up. Let's move on to the closing coins. Homie Lo, do you have any closing coins? Because I'm blank. I don't really have any.
I didn't, but I want to just announce now that I did upload, like I just said, I did upload on a Ship. If you want to find out what your favorite this is perfect, right?
Yeah.
If you want to find out what your favorite Pokemon game says about you, go watch my new video on a Ship. It's great.
Man, that plug though. Plug.
It's great. It's like it flows in perfectly. Legends Arceus is in there, so...
Question. Is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in there, too?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson, actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So, if you want to see that, go check that out on a Ship. Check out all my other socials on a Ship. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
I guess the only closing coin I could say is, well, I did go on vacation, and if anyone's here, maybe they want to know a little bit about me, so I'll just talk about a little more personal things. So on my vacation, I went up to the Adirondacks and I climbed a mountain, the Cascade one. That was really cool. I really liked the view up there. You feel on top of the world when you're just like journaling on top of a mountain and watching the sun like rise up. I felt basically unstoppable, and I loved it.
That's a pretty good feeling, I would imagine.
Yeah. And it's definitely given me motivation to like want to do more. I've posted on Instagram, both accounts, posted on Twitter. And I definitely just want to like get more set into a routine when it comes to the socials for the game stuff. And also, the first day of my vacation, I actually ran a 5K and scored pretty nicely in that. My score was like 23 minutes, 34 seconds. So I had a pace of maybe 7.5 minute mile. And
congrats. Very nice.
Thank you. I scored, I think, 35th or 36th place. So out of 605.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, that was
legend.
That was my first race too, so I really like that. But that's not gaming related whatsoever. I'm just really proud of that. And anyone who's stuck around here for this long, well, that's just a little tidbit about your boy.
Yeah. While he was doing that, congratulations to him. I just, want to be funny for a second.
Yeah.
While he was doing that, I was just, closing seafood. So, need a cod fillet? Here you go. 6717.
It's all good.
I'm
gonna be working frozen for the next couple months, just like constantly.
Hey, I'm building up that flex time too.
Yeah. One day we'll take a vacation.
Sounds good. But anyways, guys, I plugged my socials already. If you want to let us know your game rating for Pokemon Legends Arceus, make sure to message us at Nintenbros93 on Instagram, Nintenbros6 on Twitter, and Nintenbros on TikTok if you want to. We're going to try and upload more over there. I already plugged my socials on a ship. Go check out the new video. Maybe another new video soon. We'll see. And yeah, for you,
go check out my socials at OnAboat97 on the IG, and that's it. That's all I'm really doing.
Yeah, guys, if you made it this far, message us fan at Nintenbros93 on Instagram exclusively, and we'll shout you out on the next podcast. But besides that, we'll see you all on the next one. Bye.